Alright guys, we just got a ton of new GTA 6 information and this time it is actually official. This information comes from an article on the Dazed website who has been in contact with Rockstar and now published an article specifically detailing things about GTA 6. So I've extracted the most interesting parts, so let's talk about it. But before that, I just want to remind you that if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please click the like button and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thank you, and let's go. So first of all, the game world is more realistic and grounded than ever before, probably even more than RDR2 ever was. Examples of this are that your actions have a lot more consequences now. So for example, if you walk down the street with a rifle, the city and the NPCs will react to that. They also put emphasis on that you can't traverse the city like a god anymore like you could in previous GTA games, although you will still have access to all the weapons and supercars that you would expect a GTA game to have, right? But there are now more risks and consequences in a more realistic world. The NPCs also contribute to the immersion as they are said to act less like NPCs and more like individuals with their own personal style, choices, and personalities. Actually, this is something that I really expected was going to happen because of the way how Red Dead Redemption 2 turned out to be with like more realism and stuff like that. So I knew that in my mind, I was thinking like GTA 6 is probably going to be as realistic as RDR2 or as immersive as that, if not more. And it seems like that's exactly what Rockstar are trying to do. So obviously we have the two characters, Jason and Lucia, and you're able to switch between them. And this character switching is explained as being really fluid. Like for example, you can drive as Jason and then switch to Lucia, who sits in the passenger seat, just to be able to sit and scroll on the in-game phone. Like imagine you're driving as Jason, right? And then you'd be like, nah, I don't want to drive anymore. And you switch to Lucia just to sit and scroll on the phone. And they also revealed that there are actual real working social media feeds. So you could probably sit there and watch reels or TikToks or Twitter posts and stuff like that. Or I guess they're not going to be called like TikTok or Instagram or anything, but the in-game is going to have their own versions of these things. Some type of NPCs are going to be able to go viral. Like maybe even if you do something weird or crazy in the world and somebody records that, maybe you can see yourself in one of these clips. This is going to have like endless things that you're going to be able to watch, and that's really crazy. Another example that they gave of the whole like switching system is that you can take the wheel in one moment, like you could drive with Jason for example in one moment, and then you can switch to the other character, Lucia. You can switch to her just to shoot your gun out of the passenger window. And to me, this is actually so crazy to even think about. Like, just this one system makes me so excited for the game because there are going to be like so many different angles to every mission depending on how you do the switching between Jason and Lucia. And there's going to be like endless replayability just based off of that. They also mentioned that Jason and Lucia's relationship plays a significant role in the game, and there will be romance available and doing things together, such as, for example, going on a jet ski together, leaping dolphins with their arms wrapped around their partner's waists and stuff like that. But of course, you can also choose to do things independently with only Jason or Lucia. They're also hinting that Lucia and Jason's relationship will be able to change depending on your choices in the world. And these choices that you make are actually going way deeper than the previous honor system in Red Dead Redemption 2. So what I'm thinking is like, imagine if I go to the strip club as Jason and Lucia finds out, is that gonna damage our relationship? Or like, how is it really gonna work? I don't know, like, what are the things that could possibly, affect the relationship? Like, oh, I'm Jason, I killed a random NPC. Is Lucia gonna hate me? Like, like, I don't really know how it's gonna work. But we'll have to wait and see. This is really interesting, and I'm really looking forward to like experimenting with this. And if you want to be a toxic boyfriend, you can be that. If you want to be a toxic girlfriend, you can be that. If you want to be like the most loving partner, you can also be that, I guess. So it entirely depends on like how you want to play the game and how you want their relationship to be. And maybe there are specific things that will happen, like better things will happen in the game for you if you have a good relationship, and maybe some weird or worse things will happen if your relationship is bad. I don't know if that has like an outcome on the story or an outcome on like how the world works. But we'll have to wait and see. really interesting. What's also been confirmed in this article is that there will also be a food and gym system in the game, similar to GTA San Andreas. So food affects the character's weight, and exercising will visually build and tone their muscles. And a lot of us already expected this to be in the game just because of the fact that Jason looks skinny in some parts of the trailers and more buff in other parts. But what a lot of us didn't expect is that sleeping is also going to have an impact on your characters. So if you spend a lot of time awake and away from the bed, the character's features are going to pay the price for that. So imagine Jason didn't sleep for like 3 days, and now you can visually see that he has bags under his eyes or something like that. I don't know. Maybe aiming and shooting will be worse, like you're losing focus because you're tired, and possibly lack of sleep can have some effect on like the attribute as well. I don't know. It's just my speculation, but what I also got from this article is that Rockstar has been super dedicated to creating this game, like having employees research Miami and Florida on the ground during like a decade to be able to research locations, people, and phenomenons, and even memes such as the Florida Man, for example. They've stated that they met with ex-criminals, law enforcement, club promoters, gun dealers, etc. to listen to their stories and get a feeling for the place. And in my opinion, this is some next level dedication to your craft, and this shows how much they care about this game and the whole franchise itself. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a great game. In the article, it's also mentioned that they were interested specifically in the Miami hip-hop scene, and I guess that's how they made characters like Draquan and Real Dimes as well, for example, and the whole like Jack of Hearts music thing going on. And they were also putting a lot of emphasis on customization and fashion of not only Jason and Lucia, but also the NPCs. The NPCs will have different body builds, like for example short or tall, tattooed, pierced, or modified with plastic surgery. And they will wear clothes and outfits tailored to their actual local environment. So for example, if you visit the wilderness of Mount Calaga, NPCs there will look and dress differently compared to NPCs in the middle of Vice City. And another example of Rockstar's dedication is that real-life race car drivers are working on GTA 6's vehicle handling. Like, do you understand how insane that is? Like, they're hiring real-life race car drivers to be able to make sure that the driving in their video game is great. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, I don't know. Like, they're spending a lot of money, but they're spending it in a good way, in my opinion. They also said that more than 50 street artists had been hired to create in-game murals. Honestly, that was all the interesting parts. Personally, I'm really blown away by this, and reading this article and gathering this information has made me realize that there will be a lot of systems and experiences in the game that we haven't even thought about. And like, imagine how long you're going to be able to play this game and still find new things and new details and just like discovering how things really work. I'm really excited for that. And what do you guys think about all of this new information? Like, what's your favorite part of this? Is there anything that you're specifically really interested in? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.